Not gonna lie, my interpersonal relationships started feeling thin. Like we were talking, but not really connecting. So I asked myself, how do I fix this in a practical way? That's when I came up with Mangoes. It's a whimsical self care tool you use weekly with people you care about or want to know better. Here's how it works: one person talks honestly about how they're doing, the other just listens. Then you switch. If it feels right, you can go a little deeper and talk about what the relationship needs or what might need more care. It's simple, it's intentional, and it's changed the way I connect with people. Hi, I'm Malia, and I post art on social media for ocean conservation and mental health advocacy. I started doing mangoes mainly because I realized that my connections felt very superficial and they weren't really going anywhere. I felt like all the friends that I had were just very surface level. They weren't really as deep as I would have liked them to be. I go to a very small university. I go to Soka University of America, and it only has 450 students on campus. And you would think that with only a small amount of students that you would be able to connect with people more easily. But honestly, it is the opposite of that. And I know it's not a personal thing because I actually posted on my close friend's story one time having a hard time on campus. I was having a hard time making connections and really getting to know people, um, aside from just the simple hello and small talk. Simple, how are your classes going? What classes are you taking this semester? So there was a group of people that actually commented on my close friend's story and said that they felt the same way. So I ended up gathering those people and doing a group mangoes where we would sit at dinner every week. It was, and we would talk about how each other is doing, and not even just that, but it was also hard to find people to sit with. And like most of the time, I would sit alone, and so this was a good way to get people to actually share a meal with, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm getting a lot of questions asking why I named it Mangoes, and honestly, it's because my self-care tools are named after fruit. One of them, actually, I will do a different episode on this, is called Grapes, and it's actually an acronym to treat depression, and it has helped me immensely, and I do it every day. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun and whimsy to name my self care tools after fruit, just because it makes it more fun that way, and it makes healing a little bit more exciting. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, has this worked? And how effective is it? So I actually started this when I was in my previous romantic relationship, and we would do it every Sunday. And noticed that it really gave us an opportunity to talk about what part of the relationship really needs tending to, and what are some ways that we can tackle those issues. Now, to be 100% honest with you guys, that relationship did not work out. But I will say, in terms of my friendships, and I actually do it with one of my professors, it really gives us an opportunity to connect and an opportunity to hang out, and just gives us a prompt of what to talk about. And the prompt itself actually makes you realize that you aren't so alone. I actually started this when I realized that my support system was very weak, and I I realized that I had a support system, but I couldn't really see it. So this was a way for me to actually literally physically count these people that are in my life that are there for me, and see how I can be there for them as well, and how they can be there for me. And that really helped strengthen my support system to the point where I really want to do this with people that I want to get to know better as well, not just people that I'm already close with. Currently do not have any mangoes scheduled, and that is just because the semester has gotten busier, I have gotten busier, and I know that's not an excuse to stop mangoes at all, and I will definitely pick it back up when I can. I have no excuse, and I really do believe that if this is a consistent practice, our support system will really grow. Now I'll go into a little deeper about how it works exactly. So, to start, just choose one person, either someone that you're really close to and you know will support you and you can support them, or somebody that you really want to get to know better. And I feel like that is another level of mangoes, but we can get to that later. Set aside intentional time, whether that's weekly or monthly, and make sure that both of your schedules align so that way you both can take turn answering how you guys are doing. So I think this is the key part of mangoes where you really get to see how they are really doing. other than the superficial, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I feel like that is so it became such a common practice in our daily lives, and it has become something that we just use when it's fast. But when you actually have an intentional time to sit down and talk with this person and open up about how you're feeling, be vulnerable, um, it really allows you to see that we're all human at the end of the day. We're all just trying to get through our days. So here are some example prompts that you can use when doing mangoes. So you can either do, how are you really doing lately? What's been heavy for you this week? What do you need more of right now, and how can I support you with it? Is there anything between our relationship, between us, that needs tending to? This is what makes mangoes different. I think that mangoes is not therapy. You don't need to pay for it to do it. You can literally just hit up a friend and take them out to get coffee, and it's free. The coffee's not free, but the conversation is free. It's not advice giving. It is actually just a mutual conversation about like how you each can improve and support each other. It's also not conflict driven. Usually with sit down conversations, it is because of a conflict or something has come up in the relationship that we really need to talk about. The difference between mangoes is that there's no conflict. It's literally just sitting down and talking about how each other is doing. It's gentle and it's mutual and it's human, and it's built for people who care but struggle to express it. So, when can we actually use mangoes? You can use mangoes with friendships, you can use mangoes with partners, family, reconnecting after some distance, and it can definitely be used before any type of resentment or conflict builds, and definitely during certain transitions like moving, etc., etc. Now, I would like to challenge you guys to try this week with someone that you trust. Pick a day, pick a location, either do it on person or a call. It can even be a 5-minute call. It doesn't have to be long. It is just a quick check in on how the other person is doing and how are you doing, just to build your support system and really see that there are people who care about you. And there are people that you are willing to support it to as well. It's not, what I love about mangoes is that it's not just one sided. It's not just, how can I help you or how can you help me? It's a mutual benefit. And I really believe that this can change our connections. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this has helped you. And let me know how mangoes goes for you in the comments. Bye.